Weird. Just getting that buff. Getting the buff. Boom, boom. I thought they were gonna horse buff. I guess I can do it. I'll come with a buff. Look at this. Boom. Dude, that's a huge buff right there. So yeah, we are at 7.7. We'll see how much we get this hour. Yeah, the thing that kind of confuses me a little bit is like how did we get 8.5? Maybe I already had 800 trash loot in the storage. Because it sums it up to 8.5. and I did put like 800 trash loot in the storage. I'm gonna have to go back and backtrack on that to see if that's actually to see if that's the case or not. Oh, let's go, Debo, let's go. It's just a little golem, then the big golem on repeat. Yeah, exactly. It's like there isn't really any mechanics here. You kill the big guy. If you want to do it efficiently, you have to have a shy, and they have to do the Misty Haze. Misty Haze allows you to do a lot more damage. So at the right time, the Misty Haze need to be thrown out. Kill the golem like real fast, like the big one. Yeah, you just kill the arm like very easy. And then you do this phase right here. This is the second phase. Just clean up all of these mini golems. They don't really, nothing dangerous or anything. And then you just repeat it. So the gameplay is not really, it is very super basic. But it feels good. It doesn't like stutter too much. It doesn't lag too much. It feels good. But it's also pretty boring. But yeah, it is what it is. Reported now. No. I need to get touched by EA. We need to get more loot. Huh? More spots like this would be fun. I'm over it a long time ago. I'm really over it. I don't like the Dehkia grind spot. I was never a big fan in the beginning either. I don't mind it, but if they keep on doing the recycle content all the time and then they recycle the recycle content and then recycling the recycling content, it's just like ugh. And especially like if they keep on doing Dehkia grind spots all the time, is I'm just standing here. It needs to be more stuff, like more mechanics could be nice. Bigger party would be nice. You know, the drop table is not too interesting either because it's like you have the new crystals in it, which is nice, but like. And then you have the artifacts in it, but no one uses them. Like, you don't have to use them. So even the drop table is a little bit like meh. Meh. Yeah, I mean it's big shield. It's big shield. Very, very big shield. Yeah. I used to travel so far on tree sapping and rock mining adventures. I need them to do more variety content, like a little bit of everything. Like no, they shouldn't really do more Dehkia grind spots anymore. And especially not like the super basic Dehkia grind spots. If they are gonna do like more Dehkia grind spots, which they are, you know, Miramok and Gaifen, I need it to be a little bit more like mechanical, because otherwise it's just super boring. I need things to be like a little bit different, you know, like it's nice to have a little bit of different flavors. You can like pick and choose. But I would love to see like a new region, a new environment, new monsters. Pirates 2.0, you know, like make it so you grind on the ship on the ocean. You know, you have to have a goddamn boat. You take the boat, you sail out into the ocean, and then there is a goddamn pirate ship on the ocean, and then you have to grind there on the boat. Goddamn grinding pirates on a boat. You know, stuff like this has to happen. They should make a Miro to Elvia spot and not Dehkia. I don't like the pure tower spot. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Elvia either. But I think it's kind of over for Elvia, to be honest. I think they're just gonna recycle the content with Dehkia. That's what I think. Instead of like actually doing like Elvia, because Elvia is a little bit more work. It's like an entire region. But yeah, we'll see what they do. I don't know. But yeah, I would also like right now. I would rather take an Elvia grind spot, like a Elvia region, over a Dehkia grind spot at this current moment. That is better right now. But like overall, I don't think it's better. I think overall, like, you know, doing new content is actually the thing that they gotta focus on. New region, new content, new monsters, new zones, new items. Make it worth to have new items. Make it worth to grind. Make it worth give people achievements. Give people, you know, special things for achieving hard things. Hello, Moody. How's it going, buddy? If you guys don't know who Moody Mule is, amazing guy, amazing fella. You should definitely go check him out. He's gonna help you with your gear score and stuff. It's gonna be amazing. Can someone shout out Moody Mule? I'm stuck. Wait, I'm stuck? Wait, what? I love some sort of Floramus gathering system and that like uses all over the trees and rocks in an area, like alters the hunting animals in crazy ways. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. Thank you, Swifty. Thank you. Is the stutters that I get while grinding sometimes issue by the game? Yeah. I mean, it's a combination of your game and your PC. Depending on what kind of like processor you use, it's gonna be less or more. But at the end of things, I mean, at the beginning of things, it's all based on BDO's spaghetti coding. It doesn't have to be so bad. It doesn't have to be so much stutter. But the fact that they code this game with spaghetti, like no wonder. No wonder why it's lagging, no wonder why it's stuttering. So yeah, the fundamental issue is like a coding issue, but then it's also based on if your PC is good or bad, or what type of hardware that you use in combination to how they program the game. Heavy life skill overhaul is really the only thing that could ever bring me back to this point. Yeah, I mean, it would be really good for them to do that. It would be really good for them to focus on life skilling too. Make it more fun, make it more worth it, add in more special stuff to it. Reasons to do it and reasons to achieve things. Easier ways to manage data, easier ways to see and gather data, easier ways to like track things, and they have to have that in the game. That would be good for PVE too. Even for PvP, that would be good. So yeah, I'm all for it. I know that would be good for the quality of the game, 100%. Don't even thank me. Thank you, Vex. Yeah, I can't see if you do the exclamation mark shout out. I can't see that you are specifically doing that, but I do appreciate that too. That's actually the better way to shout out people, is to do the shout out exclamation mark. But the SO is good too. It's just I can see who does the SO. I can see who is doing that. But I do appreciate you, Vex. Thank you. Good moderator. Good VIP. Thank you. Make bartering great again? Yeah, for sure. Like boating, like actually make the great expedition like how it was supposed to be. So like make boating content, make it good, make it fun, make it so you can achieve stuff, make it so it matters. But now when they put a goddamn teleport out in Aquila, like who gives a shit? Like who literally gives a shit? You can literally have a raft. You don't care. So it's like just get a raft. Or what are they gonna put a fucking teleport on the salt crocodiles as well? You can rent a fully loaded Karak boat, you know, like that's not a good way to do it. Steal more RNG? Nah, I need a big loot. I need huge loot. Yeah, life skilling is a little bit minority, but is a bigger population than PvP. So if you gotta think about something, you know, like PvE, life skilling, and then PvP in that order, and then roleplay. Wait, what? Got them ads in the music. Yeah, Vex got the got them artifact drop. Crazy. Yeah, that's the big drop. I wish I could get big drops. I have to wait to see if I get lucky. So the pre-ordering the stones. I still believe that the new artifact had hidden stats. Wait, what? Did the new artifact have hidden stats? That's the first time I hear about that. How do we know about this? Because usually it would take people, you know, a long time before they realize that something has hidden stats on it, because that's the only way to test things is by doing it for like hundreds of hours, especially when it comes to like hidden stats. So Choice showed on stream equipping and unequipping them whilst showing the stats sheet. Oh. Oh, that's a big yikes on PA side. Oh my god, I didn't even hide it. No, but that's not really hidden stats. I guess it is hidden stats, but it's not like the sneaky hidden stats, you know. Like the hidden stats that doesn't even get shown in the stats window. But yeah, that's a fuck up. Wait, are they gonna take away those stats now? Or are they gonna change the description? They are better than Kabua. What? In like grinding? PVE? What? I mean, if that's the case, I need to get them. think they had the same stats increase as Kabua on top of what they already give. That's pretty weird. So you're telling me I am not supposed to sell my fragments anymore? How am I supposed to make money? It does really sound like a it sounds like a fuck up on PA side, like a real fuck up. It sounds like I mean, looking at it logically and from a gameplay development kind of view, the new artifact is supposed to be better for PvP, and the old Kabua is supposed to be better for PvE. So if you think that the PA are gonna do their job, they're gonna change it so that is the case, right? You send me the VOD. Yeah, okay. We can take a look at that after the hour. After hour with the TheChilliers. Stay tuned. Yeah, I think I have pretty good video ideas, but whenever I make like a new video, no one wants to watch it. After hours with the TheChilliers. Yeah, even the last week tonight, or was that yeah, last week today with the TheChilliers, that was a banger, but no one wanted to see it. Maybe because we didn't have a jingle. Last week to today with the TheChilliers. We need you to bake a cake on stream. Yeah, that's gonna happen. If you subscribe. Dude, this is very expensive. Dude, you know how much a cake cost? If I'm baking a cake, you know how much that cost in Sweden? Yeah, let us do the fun calculation. Okay, so 8, and then 10, 12, 12, and then another 10. So like 10, 12, 22. And then you need like the, okay, so like I already have a few things, so like, but it still like cost a little bit, so 25, and then you need strawberry. We don't have strawberries anymore. It's like autumn, I guess. But that's another, you know, at least 10. No, like 15. So that's already 35. It's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me $40 to bake a cake. Yeah, I know. You need like a liter. You need a liter of whipped cream. You need jam. You need strawberries. You need vanilla sauce. You need the cake bottoms, you know, like the cake layers. A little bit of sugar. Not too much, but like a little bit. If you want to make like the S tier cake, you need to have some kind of citrus. Like you need to have something that kind of like something that is splitting all of that sugary stuff. So you need like a little bit of citrusy things, like yeah, that's a fancy cake. Yeah, it is a fancy cake. It's the top tier cake. Yeah, no, it's not like a streamer cake. No. This is like, you know, a birthday cake. It's a fancy one. Top cake? Yeah, top cake. Yeah, but it's not fun to like bake a shitty cake, you know? It's way better to bake like to bake a nice cake. I need to make Swedish chocolate balls. I kind of failed a little bit last time I did it. I had a little bit too much coffee and a little bit too less cacao. So it was more like chocolate. It was more like coffee balls more than like chocolate balls. But yeah, they were good. They were nice. I like the mouse cake, which is even more expensive. Wait, mouse cake? Moose? Moose cake? Moose? Is simple sometimes. Simple is nice sometimes. No, but it has to be like content, you know. You guys only like it when the streamers fuck up. That's the only time when you like it. So if something is really simple, the margin of error is not that big. Hence, viewer experience, it goes down. That's the hidden rule when it comes to streaming. Is like the hidden formula of streaming is the more the streamer is getting griefed, the more the viewer enjoyment. So yeah. But yeah, that can be a sub goal. The reason why I've never had a cooking stream before is it is very super inconvenient. Like how do I get a camera into the kitchen? Like, well, what do I'm gonna use my old phone. It's gonna overheat. Like, do I use my laptop? Can I even stream on my laptop? You know, I don't know. Do I roll in my PC into the kitchen? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have like pancake dough landing on my PC. Like, no. So that's the reason, like, why we never had like a cooking stream. It is gonna happen, but the question is like, it needs to be like convenient enough and worth it enough for us to actually do that. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. It almost happened. You guys almost you almost reached the sub goal the last time, and then I would have been forced to do it, you know. But we were like 30 subs away or something, so it didn't happen. If we're talking stream content, macarons would be would be it for you. Macarons. Super technical to pull off and fucking delicious. I mean, I would show you guys how to make Swedish pancakes, because that is like god tier, and it takes like a little bit more than an hour, and it has to be done in a very specific way. And I could also make a cake. It is something that most people don't know how to do, and it's actually pretty easy. You just need to have a little bit of patience and money, especially if you live in Sweden. Yeah, Gordon is gonna show up today with the food. And no, I'm not speaking about Gordon Ramsay. I'm speaking about the delivery driver. The delivery driver Gordon. Not the famous chef Gordon. Yeah, we order like $300 worth of food. It's gonna show up on the doorstep. I didn't realize how expensive good jam was until I started baking with it. Yeah. And it's the same thing in Sweden too. Like, and you need to have a lot if you're gonna bake a cake. You need to have a lot. You need a big jar. And then if you want to have that good quality, you know, you can obviously get some cheaper ones, but it does actually taste worse if you're only trying to keep it budget, you know, like. But that's the thing when it comes to like quality things, you know, like even in food, food quality is such an it's such an underestimated thing. Like people say that they like appreciate that and they love that and they would love to have more quality in food and stuff like that, but nah, they don't like, nah, not really though. It's like I see people like they eat junk food all the time, like they like, you know, do they really? Like, nah. I'm very big on it. We have like everything that we have is like quality food. We don't have any like, you know, shitty food. And it's a huge difference in everything. You know, sausage, meat, you know, like even rice. For good quality, a lot of tiny $20+ jars. Yeah, in Sweden that would be $40. Because $20 goes to the environment. No, excuse me. $10 goes to the environment, and then the other $10 get taxed on taxed. So yeah, that's how it works. Fucking expensive. You use a lot of imported stuff. Yeah, but even the imported, is that cheaper in America? Because like the imported stuff in Sweden is even more expensive. goddamn mafia government makes sure that like if you're gonna buy shit, you better pay that fucking taxes, because like you're not gonna get allowed otherwise. Oh wait, you could find cheaper stuff from abroad. Guess what, bitch? They're gonna take your pack. Take your patch. You better pay up. You better pay up. Like, it's not supposed to be cheap. You don't buy anything from anyone else. Like, They put big tax on that, you know. Yeah, the Swedish government mafia. I bought a handmade. I think it was, I don't remember where it came from, but it was like a handmade sword table to my katana. You know, I paid $30 for this like very nice handmade sword table, but then they shipped it to Sweden, right? And then the Swedish government mafia, they took it. So they were like, nah, Chilliers, nah, you better pay up, bitch. Otherwise, we're gonna take this sword table. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, just give me the goddamn, like, you know. And then they sent me the bill, right? I had to pay like 150% in taxes. I literally bought like 1.5 more sword tables just because they wanted it to be like, just pay up, bitch. Like, what? So instead of that being like, you know, it ended up being a super expensive sword table. Yeah, scam. Yeah, very scammed. Super scammed. That's what the mafia does. They scam you. They take your shit and then they want you to pay for it. I'm not a big fan. I understand the reason why they do it, because they don't want you to buy like Chinese products, you know, and just live on that. Just everything is a China made China product is very cheap, and you know they use some unethical ways in China to manufacture their stuff, you know, or it's not the only place, but most of the stuff it kind of comes from there. So I understand like fair competition. It would be very tremendously hard for companies to compete with that. But at the same time, if you live in a place like Sweden, the fucking everything is taxed on taxed on taxed. Like, you know, you gotta give it some way room. You know, like you can't just tax on tax on tax and tax all the time. It doesn't make any sense. That like some things could be a little bit cheaper. That would be okay. Yeah, goddamn taxes. Unless an American company gets the right to produce a company's product here, then you get crappy product but cheaper. Yeah. Communism is a hell of a thing, right? Yeah. Unethical workplaces and work morals, ethics. Communism, hashtag. It's a hell of a thing. We like American produced Cadbury chocolates. Imported Cadbury. Oh, yeah. Huge difference. Hmm. Only time willingly buy a Chinese product is like a food or a snack. Or an iPhone. Or the stuff in your iPhone. Or the stuff in your car. Or the stuff in your PC. Everything is kind of like connected in one or another way, unless a company is like 100% making sure that it's not. But then the price, you know, like people don't afford to pay, like people are not gonna pay that price, you know. Yeah, I mean, sadly that is how it is. Yeah. In one or another way, there's always some kind of a connection to, like, you know, child labor or you know, super fucked up work ethic morals, like, you know. and unless you want to pay like $5,000 for your bicycle. Yeah. The thing that really pissed me off was the thing I mentioned on the stream a while ago when the Swedish environmental party leader was like, "Nah, don't put the mine in Sweden. Like don't put the mine in Sweden to make the car battery, you know, material for the electricity cars, right? Nah, yeah, have it in Africa." So like the hypocrisy, like, oh my god. Oh my god, with the hypocrisy, like, oh my fucking god. I could never vote for a company like that. Like, what the fuck? I mean, a politician party. Like, I could never. There's no way. Like, it's okay to do that in Africa, they say, but not in Sweden. Oh my god. Yeah, it's super fucked up. Then it's because they look the other way. It's like, yeah, car batteries to electricity cars, and like, oh yeah, that's good for the environment. We don't even know that. It kind of looks like it's not. But yeah, as long as we don't do it ourselves, right? As long as someone else does it, like child labor, and you know, you send people into the mines without any safety gear or anything like that. It's like super fucked up. Yeah, I'm all for, like, you know, being environmental friendly, but like there is some fucking limits on the hypocrisy. It's like, yeah, you know what they do too. They glue themselves to the road. That's what these like extreme environmentalists do. They glue themselves to the road, causing, I don't know how much environmental like disorder, but delaying the infrastructure. They don't understand what enormous impact that has on not only the financials, but for our society, but also like in carbon and you know, like toxic gases and stuff like that. They have no idea. Like stopping traffic for like, I don't know how long they do it, but they glue themselves to the road, right? They glue themselves to the road. They stop the traffic for like 1, 2, 3 hours. Oh my god, so fucking stupid. And then they go buy a Tesla, right? So they go buy a Tesla made by child laborers. as long as it's not being farmed in Sweden. Yeah, it's all good. Don't support China. Go play Genshin. I don't know. It's kind of hard to support anyone because everyone is like, in one or another way, everything like it goes around. In one or another way, everything goes around in this twisted world, like emo TheChilliers. No, but it's just too expensive otherwise, you know? It's way too expensive otherwise. And especially in Sweden, because you gotta tax the tax on tax. There's no way around it. You just have to tax the tax on tax. They're gonna be increasing the transportation cost again. So is literally cheaper almost. It is almost cheaper to take the car now than the bus. Like it's not far away. And if it's not even far away, then you know obviously you would want to go get a car, right? Because like all of that bonus, like the gold of like having the freedom to just like drive away with your car instantly. Like who wouldn't? And then they say we should take the bus, we should take the train because it's environmentally friendly. Like nah. I mean a little bit more maybe, but like you don't even make it worth it, you know. It's almost like more expensive in many ways because many of the Swedish infrastructure it doesn't even work. So like if you're gonna take a train or something, it might not even show up nowadays. It's just way more reliable to have a car. Same with the buses. You don't know if it's gonna show up or not. It's crazy. Yeah, go buy a Tesla. I can't control where my game comes from. It's either a sketchy Eastern developer or shitty Western developer. True. People who take the private jet instead would. Yeah. I think the reason why so many people care about that private jet thing is more of like it's more of a jealousy thing more than anything. They shouldn't really be looking at people that are taking the private jets because the handful of people that do that, it might be a lot of like CO2 you know, toxic waste from all of that, but at the overall picture, the handful of people, you know, taking the private jet, it shouldn't really be looked into. Really, it maybe on, you know, priority number 15 or something, but there's way bigger stuff that needs to, to be taken to be looked into. But it's like a jealousy thing. It's like people see them, oh, so they take a private jet, or really, Leonardo DiCaprio on his private yacht, you just boating around, and then he's doing ceremonies about the environment. Oh really? Oh really, Leonardo? Oh really? Yeah, yeah. The hypocrisy, right? Leonardo gotta be quick. He's gotta be quick to those like environmental meetings. So that's why he needs his yacht. Gotta get that yacht. But I think it's just like it's just a jealousy thing. It's like, oh, they have money. They gotta fuck it for them, you know. They're not allowed to. They gotta like take the casual plane like everyone else, you know. Yeah, and instead of looking at like big production companies and like, you know, electricity sector, like how to change like electricities, and you know, like instead of looking at the big picture. I don't know. Yeah, like the looking at the energy sector, like looking at the production sector, um, looking at the waste sector. Those would be like 50 billion times more worth it to look into than some private jet owner, like who gives a shit. You want a private submarine? I don't think you want a private submarine. Didn't you hear about that one that collapsed? I mean, imploded. It's always some rich, crazy guy, right? Some rich, crazy guy. They take like a submarine down into the bottom floor, and then it implodes, right? So same thing with that bank dude that was on this big ass boat. Maybe it's just selected information though. Maybe it happens all the time. I don't know. It never happened to me. I never been in a submarine, but I've been on the ocean a couple of times. I mean hundreds of times. But yeah, I never sank, you know, with my small boat. Maybe it's only big boats. Maybe the criteria for sinking is you gotta be a billionaire. Yeah. Did you guys read about the Russian ghost ship that they sent to our west side? That was a fun one. I don't know what happened to that ship. But yeah, something is gonna get blown up. What? I never said I would use it personally. Wait, AI? Nuclear submarine? That sounds a little bit scary. That sounds like Terminator kind of thing. Hey Duke, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, at the end of things, everything has its price, right? So like the more people can be to not like sacrifice their freedom and to sacrifice their you know, if they don't grieve themselves too much, they can always, you know, be like, I'm gonna be like a, you know, environmentally friendly person, or I'm gonna be a philanthropist. As long as they don't grieve themselves too hard, you know, and it's always that way. I'm pretty sure that like Greta Thunberg, she doesn't want to live in a cave, and apparently she does want to kill 90% of the population. That's a part of the plan. You know, to radically change the things that she want to do. It is gonna kill 90% of the population, and she wants that, you know, and that's cool. That's her opinion. Most of the people don't want that. Most of the people don't want to live in a cave. Most of the people they don't want to radically want to change like everything, because usually when that happens, people go to war. It doesn't work. So you have to slowly change things, otherwise it's going to be a disaster. I know it's Lahn Succession, Guardian Succession, Ninja Succession, Witch Succession, Nova Awakening. Oh, the best classes for Oluns 2. Which one is the best of them? It's kind of hard to say, because people are reaching the cap without having to play like a specific match, specific party match matchup. Wait, matchup. Specific party classes. So yeah, people reach the cap on Oluns 2 even if they don't play one of those classes that you lined up right there. I've seen DKs being like very close or even capping out. And usually like DK wouldn't be considered to be like a meta class or anything like that. But yeah, it would have to be a strong class though. It can't be like a weak class. You wouldn't be able to reach the cap. But it's like how you play it and how you play the mechanics and how you time everything. And then you do have to play like strong classes. But it's not like super important. More and more people upload videos every day on YouTube, so that would be a place for you to be able to find trash per hour videos with the different classes. Yeah, I mean, I watched a video the other day with Lua. Lua is a DK player, and he was getting like 8.7, 8.8, something like that. And that is like roughly like what you get on a max. Like it's very close to the cap right there. So I think it's way more about how you play. You do have to play a strong class, but like it's a little bit more important like how you play and how you play as a team. Like I see people getting more trash loot per hour daily and improving different classes like Witch, Shy, Tamer. Get around 9k. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the cap is, but if you get like 8.7 or something, if you even get like 8.5, you're Gucci. Like you're fine. You're doing the best. It doesn't really matter if you get more. I would even say a little bit lower than that. It doesn't really matter too much. I think most of the strong classes you can get like 7.7 plus. And then it kind of don't really matter too much really. But if you want to be super competitive about it and you want to be like the top player, you got to make sure that you have your team. Your team is like everything is lined up. And most likely Succession Witch. And then I don't know. Succession Witch is a very good class to have in your party though, with a Shy, because you can also get the speed spell. You get speed spell and insane AoE damage from having one Succession Witch in the party. Maybe even two. What would happen if you had two Succession Witches? I don't. Yeah, my vel is non-existing. Awakening DK my main. Yeah. Every 30 seconds you get an e-buff, which will be super great. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know personally like which is the best setup, and but yeah, the team play matters like a lot. Like how you play as a team, it matters a lot. But then like specific class, it does matter. The question is just how much. And then again, like, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? I know a lot of people kind of weird too. So like if you're gonna be competitive about trash per hour grind, a lot of people are doing it in the wrong way. A lot of people are doing it in a very unfair, very sketchy, very schemy way. even though they're done with the hour here, they're gonna play through all of these monsters here. So like literally they're doing more than an hour. And if you do it that way, I guess you're gonna reach the cap. You're always gonna reach the cap. And if you don't do it that way, you actually have like true competition if you don't do it that way. Whenever the hour is up, People do the same thing all over the place. Like they do these like sketchy videos. So they get like RNG lucky. They get, you know, they pre-grind Gyphon so they can have a despair spawn in the beginning. Like people do this like sketchy grind competition, and it doesn't work when it is that way. You were looking for the best DPS for Highlands, Tangrad Ruins, and Crescent Shrine? Yeah. Tangrad Ruins, they changed that a little bit, right? So they you don't have to move too much. Succession Witch. Or Succession Witch, or Awakening Nova, maybe. It's still gonna be the same, you know, Giga Broken class that it used to be. Like nothing haven't like nothing changed. They did the PVE rework like a long time ago, maybe like close to a year ago now. And DK got changed, but that was just a weird one. Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't want to break your fingers, you know, like you don't really want to do it in a competitive way. To be honest, you want to do competitive things from time to time. That's what you want to do. And you can still do that. You can, if you learn how to play those classes really good, you can do it from time to time. But you don't want to do you don't want to break your fingers. You want to play something that you can play like consistently, and you can play it for longer. Even if you're gonna get less trash, like even if you're gonna lose trash per hour, at the end of the day, you're gonna make way more trash. At the end of the day, you're gonna be doing more. So when it comes to classes like that, it's a little bit more tricky. It has to be like a class that you really enjoy, something that is comfortable to your speed and everything, like comfortable to you. And that can be a lot of classes. Yeah, that can be a lot of classes. My personal favorites is of course the Lahn. If the Awakening Lahn was better, I would play the Awakening Lahn all days in a week. But Succession Lahn and Succession Vusa, those are my two personal favorites. But then there's a few other ones that are also like kinda enjoyable and pretty nice to play, like kinda enjoyable a little bit, you know, like Succession Guardian was a little bit fun to play recently. Dosa, a little bit fun to play. Even the Awakening Witch, even Succession Witch was like a little bit of fun to just like roll into a little bit. I'm playing Awakening Guardian right now, but I don't personally like it too much. It's too slow. It's a little bit too slow. So it's okay, but I'm just gonna think it's okay for like, you know, two more days or something, 3 more days maybe. The Thornwood grind is like the Thornwood grind and Israel grind with the Awakening Guardian is like really chill. But I couldn't do that too long. It would be crazy if I did that more than like a few hours. That's a very nice color palette right there. Very nice.